that is the word search block. So I wanted to go ahead and show you what we are going to do tonight. We are going to use a hoop. Hi Lois, how are you? It's good to see you again this evening. Tonight we are definitely going to be talking about the You Are Loved quilt just right here behind me. It's this big heart, and there's a word search block in one of the squares of the heart that we have, and this is the word search block right here, and we're going to go ahead and embroider it tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and show you you know, how to embroider that or how to do that. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to show you again how to do the half square triangle just real quickly. So, but before we get going, I wanted to show you the what the kit's like. So Vanessa packages these up, and this is like getting a Valentine. I'm sorry, the first people that ordered it, we didn't have the Valentine kind of all creative and everything. So oh yes, if you share tonight, we will go ahead and send you a You Are Loved 10-inch square for your quilt or another quilt or whatever you want to do. We actually started, we were selling it by the yardage, but we actually were afraid that we were going to go completely out of stock. We've bought more yardage for it, and I can still buy more yardage, but if you want to, you can actually just purchase the square. But we'll have people win a square block of the You Are Loved, this fabric right here, the crossword puzzle. And so if you share and follow and all of those kinds of things, then that is what people will win this evening. So I'm excited about that. But let me go ahead and show you what the quilt kit is like. Oh, let's see here. So let me go ahead and show you this. So it's just bundled up. These are 10-inch squares. You have enough squares for the top. So of course you have the crossword puzzle in there. And thank you guys for all the little loves and hearts. There is a little bit of floral. If there are some squares that aren't particularly your taste, then go ahead and throw out some of the squares that you don't particularly care for, and use some of your own treasured red squares that are in your block. But you can see this square, this rose floral, is an Amy Butler print, and it's actually right here or right over there in the quilt. So, but we've got just some different random, really pretty blocks and squares for you guys. So you can see they're just, I'm trying to go a little bit so that it's not too, this is a coordinate to that. I like the darkness and the lightness to the reds, and I think that's what makes it unique. And then towards the back, then there are pre-cut fabrics right back here, and there are actually some that have words on them, but they're all white on white prints, and they're actually part of Riley Blake's new white on white, tone on tone line. And some are striped, some have little scissors, some have little triangles on them. They're just all just subtly different. And so you'll get also all of your white squares in there, okay? In addition to that, we are also including, and we can ship this to the people, but we have now this chunky thread that's in white, and it's like an embroidery type of thread. But for those of you that didn't get it, we're giving you guys some chunky thread so that you can do your embroidery. And that's just right on the top underneath these hearts. The chunky thread is right there. So that's what the kits look like. We wrap them up in plastic just in case the weather is bad wherever you are and it's snowy or rainy, and what that might look like for you guys. So we do try to protect the packages, right? Or protect what we love as they are shipped across wherever. And we're having to ship some that are international. We are having to ship some throughout the whole United States, and it's really been a lot of fun. So I've had a blast with it, and I hope you guys are having fun too. And some people are just doing their own pattern with all their own fabrics, which is great too. And people are starting to send me all their photos of those, and I'm going to put up a collage so you guys can see that on the Facebook page and see all the different the different You Are Loved quilts that are being made. And some of them are pinks and reds, and some of them are, oh, they're so fun to see everybody's You Are Loved quilts. So, but that's what we're doing this evening. And so I wanted to go ahead and focus on this word search block. And if you study it hard enough, you are going to find positive words there in the word search block. So we have to try to identify some of these positive words, and you guys can help me. But in everybody's 10-inch square block that they get, oh, if you want to, go ahead. Hello from Indiana. Yes, let me know where you guys are from. I love seeing all the different places where we are actually, you know, joining together and being able to see all the different places that we're coming from. I think it's really a lot of fun when we get places like Madagascar and Indiana and the United Kingdom and Australia, and it's really fun, you guys, just to know that we're all joining together and doing this all together. It's just a really fun Louisiana. So we've got some great people here. So here's what we're doing. So on each one of these blocks, there actually is a little bit of a gold sparkle hue on there, and it'll be on that UR. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's just a little bit of a gold hue to it. And you might be able to see it. Let me see if I can get Facebook people to see that, but you can see it's just right down there. It's just a little bit of a gold sheen to it. So each one of the squares will have that UR on there. So we've got Southern California, Florida, fun. And then what we are going to do is we are actually going to find those positive words. So we need to find some. Let's see here. Okay, so let me look at it with you guys. Oh, I found one right away. So this one says special. So I grabbed this hoop because I was going to take the quilt down and actually hoop and actually do this on the quilt itself after it was made. But I am going to grab a smaller hoop in just a minute and do that on a smaller hoop. So what this chunky thread is right here is it's a thread that just came out by Lori Holt of Be in My Bonnet, and it's a Riley Blake. Riley Blake is right next to where I live. It's maybe 15 minutes from my home, their warehouse. So it's very easy for me to run down there and grab things and grab products, although I do order from other places. So, but this chunky thread is available. So we just thought, heck, let's mail some out to you guys with this. And so we are doing that. So it comes as a 4-stranded thread though. So what we are doing is we are actually separating this into 2 strands. Oh, I know something I was going to say. Is everybody, if you're on Facebook, write yes, please. And if you write yes, please in the comments on Facebook, then you will be sent where you can buy the kit. So here's the kit. You'll get the URL to the kit. You'll get the URL to the tutorial, and you will get the URL to the pattern, okay? So everybody do that. You're gonna get 3 URLs. The first one is the kit. The second one is the tutorial on my blog. And the third URL that you will get is to a direct link to the PDF pattern on my website. So just write yes, please. In the Facebook, because when I first launched this, I have an email, you know, you do email campaigns and things like that. Well, when I did the email campaign, when I first set this up, I set it all up. And unfortunately, I didn't press active on the email software. And anyways, not all of you guys got the pattern. So I thought, I just need to do a direct link to that, so that all of you guys have got the pattern and it's just there, okay? But you have to write yes, please, for that, and don't try to, just write yes, please, and then it will come, okay? I promise you. You can write anyways, but yeah. Okay, so let's get down to our embroidery work. So I wanted to definitely make sure that was available to everybody because it's so fun and it's so fun to share. All right. So we have, Lori Holt has these needles. I'm doing the Let's Bake Sew-Along. So I'm using a lot of different things from Lori Holt. But one of the niftiest things that she came up, and actually it's called Nifty Needles. Not funny, I'm using her own same language. Anyways, But what this is, and I'm going to go ahead and just turn this real fast so that you guys can see this real quickly. But these are color-coded needles, and I showed you guys this before, but I am going to go ahead and use this. You guys can use any needle you want, but they're color-coded, and I hate it when I throw a needle in here and then I never really know what kind of needles there are. I mean, how do we know what kind of needles any metal needle is? It's hard to know. But the binding needles are pink. Let's see if I can read this backwards. The yellow needles are, so they're color-coded with actual paint on there. And I don't know how they did it, but they did it. And I don't know why this wasn't done earlier. But, oh, you already got the pattern and everything in Messenger. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you guys are getting it. This is awesome. Everything's working like a dream. So the sewing pins are actually blue, and the embroidery pins are a turquoise color. The chunky thread is red. They're like a chenille needle, but we're only going to use two strands out of the 4. And the applique needles are green. So I just love having this little set of needles so you don't have to worry about what you're doing. So we're actually going to embroider. So we're going to use 2 strands. So there are some different sizes within that little set of the color. So we're going to use the blue teal color thread. Okay. So yes, retype it, Pam. So it says, yes, please. Again, you know what I mean? So I wish it would work with the asterisk and, you know, if we were correcting something, but the way it works is just, you have to put yes, please. So I want everybody to get their pattern. All right, so I'm going to put on my glasses because I'm going to thread a needle. And so I'm going to go ahead and just thread this, and we will check out these nifty needles. So hold on for one moment. There we go. Yeah, I'm just doing the live, Luke. We're going to go to a basketball game every Tuesday night. My son plays basketball, and we're going to go check him out and watch him play. So he is waiting to go to the game. It is, what time is it here, Corey? It's 8 o'clock. His game starts at 9. Okay, so I put that in. I have 2 strands. So I separated this from 4 strands to 2 strands. And okay, good. I'm glad you got it, Pam. I want everybody to get it. Everybody needs to get their stuff. So now what we're going to do is I'm trying to think where I could tell someone to go get me a hoop that isn't too small. Anyway, so I'm going to just kind of, you know, I'm going to just wing it, okay? And I'm not going to hoop this, and I think it'll be better than bringing down the whole quilt. So one word I see on here is special. I see intelligent. I see, what other words have you guys seen on these? Sometimes it's hard to, and this is to remind us of how wonderful we are, okay, as individuals, okay, if we're making the quilt for ourselves. Because remember, we need to feel loved ourselves, right? So we can be loved by actually making something for ourselves and then cherishing that, right? Then the other thing is we can also make this for somebody else, this quilt. And anyway, so that's just the one wonderful thing about this project. So I'm going to go ahead and put special right there. So we're going to go ahead and bring up this needle, and we're going to circle this as if it was like a crossword puzzle. And I'm going to just tie a little knot through here so I don't get too confused while I'm doing this. And let me tie it one more time. And I probably should have started some. And I'm really bummed I didn't do this live broadcast earlier. So here we go. So we're going to go ahead and bring that up. And I'm going to just go in and out. And I'm going to just really, I'm not going to be intense about this. I'm going to just do kind of like a fast circle around the word special. So it's not going to be something maybe where it's a continuous stitch. It's just going to be raw and look like we just kind of scribbled it on there. Now you guys can do it however you want, but I want you guys to catch this vision. And so I'm going to just kind of grossly go around as if this were, you know, scribbled, right? I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't put it scribbled, right? I don't know. We'll see here. Okay, so I'll show you this and we'll decide how we want our little words to be embroidered. Okay, so here we go. So you can see I am right now just going across the top of the word special. So it starts, oh, it's backwards for you guys. I'm sorry. I need to learn how to reverse my screen so it is not backwards for you guys. Does that make sense? A running stitch. Thank you, Anne. A running stitch. Is that a running stitch? So just a real basic stitch. We could do it where it starts and stops and it just goes non-stop like that, but I just want you guys to get the concept. So you guys can really do your own little thing here. You could actually do it so that, but I'm just trying to go quickly for this. So I'm going to just go really quickly. So we've got this one word special, and I'm not doing it with a hoop. So I wish I were, but we're just gonna go for it. It's kind of nice to have the quilt hanging back there, isn't it? Okay, so what else have you guys been doing? Oh, thank you, Eileen, for saying it looks great. Can't see what you're doing. Okay, I'm gonna hold it up so you can see really fast. Okay, here's another one. Yeah, I agree. This is awkward. Okay, so here it is. We are running around the word special. And it's backwards for you guys. I feel so bad. So special. It's backwards. How do I flip this around? Mr. Wall, do you have any idea?
Nope.
We need to Google this.
Already did. I can't find the receipt.
Oh, you can't find a thing? I have a girlfriend that actually does a lot of lives. And, oh, Amber, she might know. Anyways, but Amber, how do I switch the screen so it isn't backwards when people are reading words like this?
You don't want mirror image.
So, yeah, we don't want the mirror image. Yes, mirror. Yes, very good. You guys are finding all of my words. You know, when you're multitasking on live, you just don't get it all. You guys, I have to say, this has been so fun. So the quilt kit is only $45 and you get all of your squares pre-cut. When you get it, you're going to just sew it together super quickly. If there's some red squares that you're getting, the 10-inch squares that aren't blowing your skirt up, as my husband would say, then go ahead and swap out a square for something different. Okay, hold on. I was pulling that a little bit too hard. Okay, let me just make sure that's not stretched. That's nice and flat. I kind of pulled the one thing. Okay, so there it is where we've circled the word special. So we're going to circle a whole bunch of different words on here that go ahead and go. So let's go ahead and find another one. And I wish you guys could see this right side. Corey, can you come over here and help me find the words? Will you, honey? Please? Come over here behind me. Do you mind? Okay, let's tie this off. Come on. Okay, so here, let's find another word. Okay, because there's tons of words in here. Oh, impressive. I see the word impressive. So you were going to use red thread. I think red thread would be really beautiful on there. So actually, the word impressive is right above that. Okay, can you guys... You probably can't see it real well behind you or backwards, but impressive is right above the word special. Okay, come down here, Corey.
I'm looking at the one up here.
Oh, well, it's different than this one. Every block is just slightly different. Come down here. Come here, sweetie. So impressive. So this is my sweet husband. Oh, majestic. Okay, there's majestic. Okay, can we find an up and down one? Can you find an up and down one? Oh, there's so many words in here. Where's Carolyn when we need her? She finds all the words.
There's talented.
Oh, talented. Okay, let's circle talented. Okay, let's go ahead and do that one right here. So talented. It is a little awkward walking around in here because I do have lights on. So I'm going to tie this off again just so you guys can see a little better. And today, I had the weirdest day. How was all of your days, everybody? You know when you're like really productive, but then you never really finished and got any one thing done? So the phrase talented is right here. All right, so talented. So we're going to do one that's up and down. So you can do this for really anybody. So go ahead and, so this is what we're giving away tonight, are these 10-inch squares. We're going to give it to 3 people on Facebook, and we'll do a person on YouTube and a person on Instagram. So go ahead and share the video and write shared, because that's how I know that you shared it. And then we're going to give away some of these squares. Maybe we just need to give away 4 on Facebook, because that's where we have the most people. And I will put the links. I'm trying to think of how I can do that. I'll maybe put a link tomorrow on Instagram. And then I will put the links in the notes. But okay, Diane got a haircut, a pedicure, and a manicure. She had a wonderful day. What did you guys do today? So be sure to write yes, please in the notes so you get the pattern, you'll get the tutorial, and you'll also get the link for the kit if you want to purchase the kit. Okay? So, and if you want some border fabric, let us know. Most of the fabric that's in this kit, we'll actually get a better picture for you guys in there. Some people are asking for border fabric and actually backing fabric to go along with their kit. So whatever you guys end up doing is wonderful. But we will go ahead and put those in there too. Okay, so now I'm just stitching along this word talented right here. So I think you guys get the point of what we're trying to do. So if you want the pattern, the tutorial, the URL to the pattern, the tutorial, and the kit, write yes, please. Oh, you had hardwood floors installed today. Wow, Shelly, good job. Yes, I am using an iPhone, Joan. So if you have a suggestion of how to make it so it doesn't mirror what I'm doing. Oh, Cindy Cloward is on. Cindy, here is your fabric from Riley Blake, and we're circling it, and what we're doing is we have made this heart quilt that everybody is purchasing like crazy. Do you see the heart quilt right there? And one square in the heart quilt has the fabric of the word search, and we're circling the words about how special we are or how special someone else is if we're making the quilt for someone else or making the quilt for ourselves. And people can get the kit, they can get the tutorial, and also the free pattern on my website. And those people that are on Facebook, you write yes please, and it will automatically be sent to you through Messenger. So anyways, so I think you guys have the point of how we're using the chunky thread. Use just 2 strands of the chunky thread that comes in your kit, and the kit is only $45. And but just use 2 strands and go around your words that really sing to you and that are important to you that you want to circle. Or maybe later we'll have to share pictures of like how many words we got circled on our 10-inch square of fabric. So tonight we are actually giving away these 10-inch squares to 4 people on Facebook, 2 people on Instagram, and 2 people on YouTube. So you're going to get a 10-inch square, and I will let you know about that. But let's go ahead and do something really quick. So very quickly, you're going to get a pre-cut square of fabric. This is Riley Blake's brand new tone-on-tone fabric. This one has darling scissors that are on there. I don't know if you guys can see it through the screen, but they're just darling scissors. Oh, it says there's a magic wand in the upper right corner. Click on it. At the bottom, a toolbar will appear. Click on the last icon tool. And okay, I'm gonna try that. Okay, all right, thank you, Joan. You are wonderful. Okay, so right here, this is so you're gonna get all of these squares of white on white prints, but each print, I mean, like there's probably 6 different prints of tone-on-tone fabrics that you're getting that are white. This is one of the red prints. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to show you how to make the half square triangles on this quilt. So let's go ahead and lay this down, and let me grab a ruler for you so you can see this. Okay, there we go. I am going to just take this ruler. Let's see here, Corey, will you help me? I guess, let me hold it up on a design board. Well, I can hold it up on this design board right here. I don't know where the bigger, Luke, Corey, is there a larger design board right there? So we're gonna actually just do this from diagonal on this and draw a line, and that will be your stitching line. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to use a pen so you can absolutely see what I'm stitching. I'm actually doing this on the white fabric because you're going to be able to see it better. And I'm using blue thread. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Okay, here's a larger design board that's just maybe a little bit less awkward. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just draw this line, and then we're going to stitch these together. We're going to stitch right on the white line. So let me go ahead and show you that. And then we've been using the design boards to actually press. So I'm going to, so there's your line. I'm going to turn on that Cricut Easy Press so we can press with that on the design board because it's handy dandy. And I don't want to lose my nifty needle, but there's that for that part. Let me, my sewing machine sings when it turns on. Okay, so remember, if you want the kit, this is what the kit looks like, and you get everything in there. My sewing machine is now on. Okay, so for this, when I am stitching, I will use an open toe foot instead of my 1/4 inch foot so that I can actually see the center line a little bit better. If you feel comfortable stitching with just any foot, that's great. But if you're new to this, you might want to have your toe, your foot, so it's a little bit more open. Also, the squares that you're getting in here are actually pre-cut squares. So you can see that they're jagged on one edge. The 10-inch part of that is the point of that jagged edge. So for people that are new, yes, this is Simple Simon's fabric right here. We are using Simple Simon's fabric, and this is from their Shine Bright fabric collection, and it's been really fun. I've had to go and buy lots of it, let me tell you, so it's been a lot of fun. So anyways, we are going to go ahead and just stitch this right down the line, and I have blue thread in my sewing machine so you can see my stitching line. So here we go. And I'm just going to go ahead and stitch away. And I guess I can turn this a little bit so you guys can see my sewing machine if you like. If you want to, you can go ahead and, in fact, we should have Simple Simon come do a live together here, or I can go where they are, and we can talk about the You Are Loved quilt because they are the ones that designed the fabric for Riley Blake for that actual fabric. Anyways, okay, so let's go ahead, and that went through. So I stitched from end to end. So you can see my blue line right there, right on top of the pen line. So I don't know if you can see that really well, but it's right there. Now I am going to cut this at a 1/4 inch seam. We have also used the really cute Stitches fabric. Remember when we put this together, the Kisses fabric? And there's the Kisses that are the little black, they're little crosses. I guess on the red you might be able to see this better. But they're little like X's for Kisses, XO. So I think there's some really fun fabrics in here. We've got some great tone-on tones. We've got some great Kisses fabric. We're sending you your thread. So now I'm going to go ahead and just cut this. Let me go ahead and tip this for YouTube. So we always go live for YouTube, Facebook, and I'm going to cut it a 1/4 inch from the line that I just stitched. So I just did that 1/4 of an inch from the line that I just stitched. So it gives me essentially a 1/4 inch seam, if that makes sense. So we're going to use our handy dandy design board and with our Cricut Maker, or excuse me, we did a tutorial on the Cricut Maker yesterday, which is right here, but we're going to use the Cricut Easy Press. And Cricut is actually giving us a Easy Press to give away. I need to get that organized, and I think we'll do it as like a week-long event of those that participated and commented. So now I went ahead and I pressed this stitch with it being closed like this, so that it just has a little bit of a press and it's setting the seams in. So, and then let's go ahead and turn it another way. I know, and oh my gosh, there's just so many fun things going on, because you guys have made these videos go viral. You know, the video that I did yesterday, it is up to 27,000 views. The one with the Cricut Maker. I mean, these videos are going crazy, and you guys are helping me do this. I mean, it's just so fun. Okay, so I just pressed this block just lightly. We're not pressing it to the point that it's really hard, that we're distorting the fabric. Yeah, but that's really fun when it gets really viral like that. I can get more companies to actually work with me and get more fun things. Okay, so they're to give to you guys. So it's really fun. So this is our block. So you can see someone said that they were having a hard time with a half square triangle, but this is what your half square triangle looks like. That's the front and that's the back. So when you join this, we were putting this up here. So right up at the top of the quilt, you have a edge right here, and then you have 2 of these, or 1 of these actually. So where would this would probably be the side right here. So right here on the side. So we're going to add this one. Let me hold this up a little bit taller so you can see that. And we're going to add this square that we just made right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and just sew this together. And you just sew your rows together, and then you sew your rows to each other's rows. And you're going to nest the seams together like how we've talked about in other videos. So for those of you, and I'm using a 1/4 inch seam again. So for those of you that are new, I go ahead and I do a live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You know, Anna, are we going to add a border? Oh, are we going to add a border? I don't know if I'm going to add a border. Okay, Vanessa is having one of these quilts because she's awesome. Isn't she awesome? And then I'm having one of these quilts personally for myself. And then I might make some for maybe somebody I love that might be sitting over there. So anyways, and then, yeah, I've got some other plans for this quilt. So I think maybe with Vanessa's quilt, you know, maybe we'll add a border, and mine we won't add a border. We're going to do it both ways. I'm also going to teach you how to domestically quilt your quilt on your domestic sewing machine. So you don't have to have it sent out to a long arm, but then for either Vanessa or my quilt, then we'll go ahead and we will have one of them long armed, because I have a long arm here, here myself. So Eileen over here from Instagram says, my dear 94-year-old friend is who she's making this quilt for. Isn't that fun? I love it. I love it. So we've got people from Missouri. We have people still telling us where we are. So you can see that's how this would be constructed. So I hope all of you guys feel comfortable with how you construct this quilt and how we're using the word search fabric for this. Okay, so we're just encircling the words special, or we're encircling the word talented. There's the word intelligent on here. There's the word courageous. There's so many beautiful words that are actually on this this panel, and the repeat of them is really, really quickly. So I think you'd be interested. I mean, it's really fascinating to see how that all works. So anyways, okay, any other questions that you have? I think tomorrow we're going to do the Lori Holt Let's Bake one night. So what do you do with the pieces you cut off? Ah, that's a very great question, Peggy. So these were the pieces that I cut off. And here's the pieces that I cut off from the other day that when I was sewing with you guys. This has got like a red gingham and some of the Kiss fabric. This one has, which print is this? This has the scissors on it and this striped fabric. We could make a pillow with this. We could make a number of different things with these triangles that we are trimming off. So there's a lot of different things that we can make with this. So that's something to think about. And we could actually come up with a challenge of what we can make with our extra pieces that we have from this quilt. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Anyways, okay, so I think you guys can get the gist of what we're doing here with the word search block. You can buy the blocks just individually as a block on my website. Some people have bought yardage. Let me know if you're actually wanting yardage and I can make some arrangements. I just have to make sure that there is still the inventory left. Okay, and yes, you can do a border. Yeah, you could do maybe a border with these leftover triangles. You never know. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many different things that you can do with this. It really is a lot of fun. You'll be able to see the different prints. I'll try to make the kit a little bit more. Oh, the square iron that I'm using is called a Cricut Easy Press. And it's really a fun, wonderful tool. I love to use it for quilting because it's square and it won't fall over like a regular iron will. It has a stand that it sits in. So, but I think you guys kind of have a good idea of what this quilt will be like. So it's got the word search one right up here in that one corner of the heart, and then it also has all of the red squares, and then some white tone-on-tone prints that are being put around the heart itself. So if you're on Facebook, write yes please. You'll get the pattern, the tutorial, and where the kit can be purchased if you purchase the kit. But all of those things are there for you to access. You can get the pattern. You go directly to the pattern URL, directly to the PDF for that. I will put those links on YouTube for you, and I will also get something sent out to Instagram for you guys too, so that everyone can just lift up on my Instagram story, or possibly maybe on my post. I'll figure that out and figure out how to put that in there. So, okay, any questions that anyone has? Oh, the squares are all 10 inches each. So the squares are all 10 inches each. And there is the certain quantity of the red ones in this. I wish I knew it offhand. If Vanessa was online, she could tell us. But you have the exact number of red squares that you need and the exact number of white ones, especially with the half square triangles. Okay, yeah, Anna, you can absolutely get the backing of whatever. You could use flannel for backing. You can use anything for backing. And I'll go ahead and show you how I piece my backing. I think tomorrow we'll do that, where I'll piece the backing. Maybe I'll do that for either Vanessa and I's quilt. And then I'll show you how then I'm going to machine quilt that quilt on the domestic machine. So if you have ideas for domestic machine quilting this quilt, and what would be a great idea for domestic machine quilting, I would love all your ideas so that we can get that done tomorrow. I want you guys to see how to domestic machine it, because I want you guys to be able to get this done by Valentine's Day, and not have to necessarily send it out to a long armor. So I think that'll work out really good. And if you want to, you can still send it out to the long armor. It's up to you and what you're able to do. If I were going ahead and I would press this again after I piece this together. So if you can remember, this section right here is already pressed, and then I would piece this together right here. So yes, we are going to my son's game. He plays in church ball for basketball, and his name is Luke, and he does 3-pointers like you cannot believe. He is so fun. and he just does 3-pointers after 3-pointers. It's the only thing he'll shoot. He just, it's really a lot of fun. So he wants me to videotape him again, getting some more 3-pointers. So we're gonna leave for that game tonight. And the embroidery on the squares, oh yes, embroidery on the squares of X's or O's of the heart, you're right. So that's a good idea, Anna, for actually quilting. That would be a lot of fun. So you'll have to purchase your material here. Dee Dee, don't worry about that. So go ahead and put yes. You've probably put yes, please, I'm sure. But if you want to, I'll ship you a square of the word search fabric. So I'll go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and put down, figure out who won tonight, right? So let's see. Let's have Diane Dunn and Robin Hill Quilts be the winner for Instagram. Let me see who we've got on. We've got Carolyn Schofield on YouTube. And let's go ahead and pick 3 people on Facebook. So, oh, Corey, can you help me write these down? We got to write down these names. So, anyways, before I get more confused, if anyone wants to write down the names, that sounds great. So so what you need to do when I say your name is go ahead and send me your address and all of your information so I can ship this to you. So it's okay. So for Instagram, it's Diane Dunn and Rob. Yeah, Diane Dunn. Okay. And Robin Hill Quilts. Okay. And my husband's telling me to hang on. So I'm going to remember those too. Let me go to Facebook. Okay, so Facebook, I'm looking for things that say shared. I'll kind of go up towards the beginning, maybe just so we have like things going on. So let's look at that.
Yeah,
We've
Facebook,
got Facebook page. Oh my gosh. Okay. Who should we do? Let's do, oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Okay. Sandy Perry, so S-A-N-D-E-E, and then the last name is Perry, P-E-R-R-Y, okay? So that's one. Did you get that, Corey? So that's a Facebook. Okay, sorry. I don't want to put my finger in front of the camera, guys. Sorry about that. Did I go fuzzy tonight on Facebook? Okay, so let me go ahead and end.
That's it?
No, I'm not done. I'm going to go ahead and end. So good night, you guys, on Instagram. Good night on YouTube, because I did those. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and do